The iPhone 12 was just released, and you may be wondering, like I was, how does my case thickness affect the MagSafe charger? We're going to be checking it out in this video and comparing it to some other wireless chargers from Anker. Out of the iPhone 12 lineup, we will be using the new iPhone 12 Pro in Pacific Blue, and no, the color doesn't matter, it's just cool for these tests. And for the power adapter, it is true, the box is smaller, there is no power adapter in there because we're saving the world by having to ship more power adapters to us. Yes, I do have tons of the old ones and tons more, but they don't have the USB-C. So I do have one for my MacBook Pro, but this is absolutely ridiculous. It's 4 times the size of my phone. We're not gonna be using this one. So I picked up the new 20-watt adapter. Actually, 3 of them for this test. That's what I'll be using unless otherwise noted. After turning off the optimization setting in the battery menu, we're ready for the baseline where we plug it directly into the wall port. And what we ended up with, going from 20% to 100%, was exactly 2 hours on the dot. To baseline at the other end of the spectrum is this older Anker Wireless Charger. It has a maximum 10-watt charging capability, 7.5 watts previously for iPhones. And just a note, whenever you're looking up Anker Wireless Chargers, there is this hilarious review that I came across earlier this year. I'll put it at the end of the review. Check it out, stay around, it's hilarious. But anyways, this charges the iPhone 12 in 2 hours and 46 minutes. So we have 2 hours and then 2 hours and 46 minutes at the endpoints. Now let's see how the rest do. The iPhone 12 Pro and the MagSafe Charger both have magnets in them, but the ones in the charger are way stronger. If you try to stick both these on the refrigerator, the phone's gonna fall right off, and that MagSafe Charger you're gonna have to peel off of there. Once you put them together, and you can do it in different orientations, it snaps on there and it will hold your phone. I'm not sure I would quite trust it if I was in the car. Maybe it'd bump off of there, but it is a secure fit. And I do like this a lot because my older phones, the lightning port has got worn out by using them while charging them at the same time. So I could use this while it's charging wirelessly and not have to wear out those mechanical pieces. One quick note, you can also use this for things like your AirPods, and it will wirelessly charge those as well, but it's not gonna snap to them yet. Maybe they'll put that in there in the future. This was surprising to me, but whenever I use the iPhone 12 Pro without a case on it with the MagSafe charger, it charged from 20% to 100% in 2 hours and 7 minutes. And I didn't quite believe it compared to the just directly plugging it in. So I did run this test a couple of times and it came out the same every single time. Pretty impressive. Now for the thinnest case that I have, it is the Style Unicorn Beetle by Supcase. And it is very thin, coming in at 1.56 millimeters, very thin and small. That one, whenever you connect it to the MagSafe adapter, it does snap into place. Whoop. But you can see it doesn't snap in really well. Once it's on there, I think it's gonna hold it, but it doesn't take much to knock it off. You could use your phone with this on there, and it'd probably be fine, but any little tug, it's gonna come off of there. That is why those new iPhone cases from Apple have those circles in them. I think the circle looks a little annoying, but it has magnets in there to help hold this a little bit better to the case. Doing this only added 13 minutes to it, coming in at 2 hours and 20 minutes, charging from 20% to 100%. Now for the much thicker and more protective case, the Pro Unicorn Beetle series, which has a built-in kickstand, and you can imagine that's probably gonna add some thickness and cause some issues. This is 4.18 millimeters thick, so a lot thicker than the last one. And the first thing you'll notice is it's really hard to get this to even stick at all to this case. Actually, I had to spend quite some time getting it perfectly lined up so it would charge up just fine for the testing. And this really extended the test and went all the way out to 2 hours and 54 minutes, so going all the way to that farther baseline. So this is gonna affect your charging time quite a bit. Last up, I wanted to check out a more modern charger. So this is the 15 watt by Anker, and it matched the MagSafe charger to a T. I tried it a couple of times as well, and they just match up just perfectly. The main difference though is you'd have to leave your phone on there while it's charging. You can't pick it up and use it. I guess you could try to be silly and do this, but that's kind of ridiculous. So what does this all mean? First of all, I do think the MagSafe charger is worth picking up. I do like that we're not going to be wearing out those ports and can use the phone while it's charging. Second of all, care about your thickness of your phone case. If it is a thicker one, don't pick up the MagSafe charger because it's going to be really hard to get placed correctly and it's not going to work very well. And third, if you have some old chargers around the house and you actually care about speed, you're going to need to make sure your wall adapters as well as your chargers are up to 15 watt capability, because that's how you can get the max speed out of it. Now, I did not forget, and I will put that funny Anker review here. Enjoy.